Do I look all right? Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Have fun, thank you.
This is a live video, and my name is Chris. Welcome to our channel, North American Life Experience. I did want to say I would like to take questions from people. If you could type them out in English, because I won't have time to translate them, and I'm not reading Chinese caricatures yet. So if you could send in questions. We got somebody here, okay. I know we're a little early, about 2 minutes. Right now it's almost dark. Very warm day today here. And then the weather's going to change. It's going to be very, very cold tomorrow. Very strange. So somebody has...
I just criticize you very dark.
Okay. I got to stay here because it's too much. It's lighting up half of my face. Yeah. So get the round light, sweetheart. Yeah, there. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah, that's really good. Look, see? What do you think? Yeah, it's even better. Okay. A little. All right, that's too much now, I think.
That's good.
No, because half of my face is dark. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. I can see it. Oh, we got some questions here. Hello, everyone. Ask me anything you need to ask about what's going on here on the East Coast in Virginia. Anything at all? Well, anything within reason. Okay. I got 3 people on board now. Yeah, I won't have time to translate your questions as they come in. So if you could type them out in English. Even though Reese speaks a lot of Chinese on our channel, it is an English channel. At least we started out that way. Okay. Come on, where's the questions? Okay, so right now I can say that in America, the situation has changed daily, and then today was like everything seems to be going downhill. The people in the country, the politicians, the leaders are getting seem to be getting concerned, and they're shutting down and restricting travel like they did in China. Because they're trying to get a handle on this virus situation. I just saw the news not too long ago, and they said there's over 16,000 cases confirmed of people with coronavirus, and there's been 211 deaths from the virus. That's the latest news this evening on the evening news. Yes, I'm worried a little bit. This is concerning because many people, there's no work for people. All the grocery stores and the gasoline stations and a lot of necessity stores are open, but everything else is closed. and sports events are canceled. Anything where a group of 10 people or more can gather they're just not going to have this. So this is the situation here. I've never seen anything like this before. I did see many years ago earthquake in San Francisco that was kind of scary because it was pretty bad, and attacks in New York, not on TV. I was there. So things getting crazy really quick. It's not something new to me, but it is kind of a concern, because when you see the situation in the U.S., change from, well, I guess it's not too much of a problem, and then in a week it's totally changed. This is like a really, really, really serious situation. So I think everybody is trying to be calm and keep a level head and not panic. We did see some videos and films of people being dragged out of houses in China. So this was kind of, this kind of sets a lot of fear. I think when people see things like this, they imagine that can happen here in the United States, and maybe even in Europe too. So, but we're just trying to keep our heads here and get through this. I know I can speak for many people here in the United States that we're very, very happy to see that China has gotten a handle with the coronavirus and has slowed it, or new cases have slowed down to almost a crawl, which is a small amount. So this is very, very good news, not only for China, but for the rest of the world too. So the drastic measures and arcane measures that were taken in China, maybe if we were able to do a little bit of that and use a lot of common sense, we can get control of the coronavirus quickly. Okay, I have a question here in English. It says, what do I think about Trump's election right now? Personally, he's capitalizing on this emergency situation, and the administration is trying to make the President Trump, look like the cavalry saving the world. And I mean, this is fine and everything, but as far as everything else, there's this. We're going to get through the coronavirus. It's going to be gone, and then we're going to have the economy, and we're going to have, people are going to have to go back to work. Millions of people are getting laid off as we speak here in the United States. So we don't even know what the impact is going to be here. But as far as Trump's electability, well, when you're the president of the United States, or when you're the top leader of a nation, anything good that happens, you're going to get credit for it. Anything bad that happens, you're going to get blamed for it, no matter what. So, this is because people don't have memories. They have a 30-second memory nowadays, and so they only remember what happened, in the last minute. So they don't remember what happened last year, or 5 years, or 10 years, or whatever. So, I don't know. I think people in America have made up their minds they want to change, that this situation is temporary. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But, I think You know, to be honest, I don't think a lot of people in the United States want to see Donald Trump waving the flag and blowing a bugle to save them, you know, from disaster. They don't care, and they want to move on. At least in my view, that's what I see. At least half the nation, if not more. So, do we have any more English questions? I have to. It has to be in English because I can't read. Do you want to read these to me? Then you want to read some, honey? Can you read these? Okay. Are they just making fun or jokes or what?
I don't think well.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know, if I what?
Today you have good news. So I'm in person.
Oh, do I want to say that?
Government I'm in person.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the United States government they're working on paying every citizen, you know, over 18, $1,000 or something in the next few weeks, and then maybe some more, you know, a month or two later. I don't know what the case may be. The other big news is everyone in the United States has to file their taxes on April 15th on or about, and the Treasury Department, the U.S. government, said that we don't have to do that till July, till the middle of July. So they postponed it for 3 months, and so that's kind of good news because we really don't know what's going to happen with this, and so we that worry of getting this done is it's been put back. So we're not too worried about that, because the way that the government works is you pay your if you file taxes, and you know you have to do that either to get money back from the government or to pay the government if you owe the government. And this is, the government uses the money, or they're supposed to use the money to make everything run in the United States. Okay. What else was there, sweetheart? You want to talk about the Sino? Sinovision?
Sinovision, what's the name?
The company from New York. No, you don't want to talk about that?
Yes, no.
Okay. Why not?
Don't talk.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This all Chinese you don't understand.
Okay.
How many person here
Yeah.
now?
We got about maybe 10 people.
It's in China. Today is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Mhm.
Maybe I.
Too early? Why, everybody up late last night? Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I love about when with the Chinese and when I was in China is everybody, you know, they don't get up early, but they take and there's an afternoon nap, but they're up till midnight, 1 o'clock. They're up late, and a lot of people do that in the United States, but most people go to bed earlier than midnight or 1 o'clock, unless you're 20 years old or something. So, well, okay. Looks like, okay, so
I said
what? Yeah, see if we can reach. Reese is going to read some questions here, because I'm not getting any. I only got one English typed question. So.
Chris, how do you think it Trump's?
I did that one already. What about? Are there any other good questions?
No, just people talking and need it. Yeah, you just talk slow.
Okay. One thing we were gonna go. We live in the Washington D.C. area, and we were gonna go look at the cherry blossoms down in Washington, D.C. And normally there's so many people there that you have to, and you can't park. It's really difficult to park. So you got to take a cab or something, take the metro, the train, and then go. And today was an exceptionally warm day. So we were going to do that, but at the last minute, Reese decided not to. And I think maybe it's because she might be a little worried about this coronavirus situation, because the more you're out in public, even if you're trying to stay away from people, the more chances are, the higher the chance that you may contract the virus.
本来今天我们是决定要去看樱花的，因为今天是温度特别高的一天，然后华氏度今天达到80度了。因为星期一的时候就知道今天温度高，所以本来是今天去看，而且今天的樱花开得非常好。结果的时候遇到一个很那个，现在是很紧急的情况，然后报道的时候就是那个地方也没地方停车，然后说不定你要停到外边的时候再开车再坐公共交通过去，可能会有感染的风险吧，因为今天 DC 那边报道已经有100多个。How many people today in the DC have DC?
I didn't see.
Maybe 100.
Yeah, there was one person. Yeah, maybe 100 in. No, I don't.
170.
170. Yeah, which is pretty high.
好像有170个人
And one
现在
person
感染了。
died. Yeah, one person died. Yeah.
有一个人那个死了，所以现在 DC 的时候很多公共的地方都关掉了。就是除非是很紧急的情况。现在川普总统不是说有15天的行动指南吗？所以我们也就待在家里，今天就没出去了。So we today stay home. We don't go.
Yeah, I just think it's better. Yeah, I mean, because we're starting to hear, you try not to watch the news too much, because when it's all bad news, you just don't want to watch it. So we're starting to hear cases where people are getting the coronavirus and they didn't contact anyone. Hello, everyone. They didn't contact anyone with who had the coronavirus. They didn't, or they weren't sure, or they hadn't, no international travel. So DC is not my hometown. It's my hometown now. Yes. Yeah, that's my question. It's a great place. There's there's lots of culture here, lots of museums, you can spend a lifetime doing things. There's Air and Space Museum, there's the Natural History Museum, the African American Museum. There's so many different, the Smithsonian, which is one of my favorites. Art museums, and it's Washington D.C. It's the capital. A lot of famous things happened here. Okay, we got a question here. So, I want to move to what's the reason? Okay, so all right, California. Okay, but California, the weather in Southern California is beautiful, but as far as opportunity, I wasn't finding enough opportunity in Los Angeles for work, and I got a job offer on the East Coast, and that's why I'm here. So I hope that answers your question. A lot of people want to move to California. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. There's lots of things to do there too, but this was not just my decision to move. It was also Reese's, and this is where we met in Virginia. So this is where we met. So
对，但是加州呢，现在是气候是特别好，因为它没有冬天嘛，然后它说那个地方没有水的，但是它显得也没有那么太干燥，至少我的感觉。我前两天还查了一下房价，我们家卖的房到现在来说都已经涨了好几万了，可能涨了3、4万了，所以加州的房价还在上涨。
What else?
I think different culture.
Yeah, the culture is different.
California and Los Angeles.
The people are warmer here. Yes, and plus
it's warm, but it is traditional in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's more right. It's more traditional.
And I think about West, look at the Los Angeles, just look what's the karaoke and some play game, like.
Yeah, it's free and easy and not serious, I think, and you know, both Reese and I are professionals, and I guess I don't know. You know, I grew up, you know, all over the place, but my roots are on the East Coast, and you know, there's more reasons, I guess you could say, for us to move to. For us, it was a better move for us to move to the East Coast than the West Coast. It was just, I mean, the weather was great. That's about it, you know. Even when we went to, I used to work in New York City for years and years, and you know, it's really tough, but it's really real. Los Angeles didn't. I never got that from Southern California. It's too laid back, you know. Too laid back for me anyway. And Reese she can be pretty serious too. What? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. First, love.
Yeah, well, this is where we met too. So this place has, you know, there's a lot of different reasons why we like this place, and we have friends here. So, okay, what else? Let's see. Property costs higher than LA? No. There's pockets, yes. The houses are way over. Even in the last 3 years, they've up 40, 50, 60% from where they were 3 or 4 years ago, which is crazy. But that's only one of the reasons is Amazon. Amazon's got to put 40,000 employees, and who knows what the coronavirus is going to do with this now, but they've got to place 40,000 employees, you know, in the Washington, D.C. metro area. So that's been a factor in the property values here, and the prices going up here. But California is way too expensive. And there's a tremendous amount of taxes. You know, the gasoline for your car is it's way overpriced. Way overpriced.
Yeah, maybe expensive here, 50% a year.
Well, you know,
$40
yeah, right. Well, yeah, I mean, easily the gasoline, you know, we drove across the U.S. a couple of times. The gasoline here, just to give you an idea, is $1 to $1.50 right off the bat. Cheaper. You know, we would drive from Arizona to California, and as soon as we got across the line, the gasoline would go up like $1, $1.20. That's from in several hundred feet. You go underneath the freeway, the overpass, and into California. You know, all right, so we have some more questions here. Change some lifestyle? Yeah, I mean, we're not a little bit. Not so laid back here. But we seem happier here than out west. So I think it was a good move. You know. What else? What do we have? Can we read this question here? Can you read that? We have 12 people. More than that.
Oh.
Okay.
Said you just know say this Chinese.
What?
You don't understand Chinese words. You don't understand don't understand the
Language? Okay.
Yeah.
Not as much because I've been wanting your English to get better and better.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you just
It's time for me. Yeah, all right, okay, folks. It's time for me to learn Mandarin.
learn
Yes.
more
Yeah, I need to sit down and do it. Yeah. I have some time now. I have lots. Okay.
You know 中国 Chinese 馒头包子
Yeah, no,
You just talk
right.
you know.
Conversation is I can pick up maybe for Chinese. Conversation. I can when I listen, I can understand maybe one word in 10 or 15. You know.
Now you know
maybe 2.
how many words?
I don't know. To off the bat, maybe 50. Yeah, no, I need to be prepared for that. Learning a language is a process, and even though my wife speaks Chinese, we haven't actively worked on me learning Chinese. Say me sitting down and saying, okay, for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at night, I'm going to study Chinese and listen. I can do that myself, but most of the language programs here, they're very expensive, and I see that as an unnecessary cost if my wife is Chinese. So but she's been busy doing a lot of things, and we haven't. It's been more important for her to get a really, really good handle on English competency and grammar and composition, and building her vocabulary. So we this last time when she went to China, I didn't go, but we spent at least 2 hours a day in the morning, 1 in the morning, an hour at night, studying English. And it helped. It really, really, really did, because she got the aha moment, like, oh no, now I understand. So sometimes Reese goes, she says, I'm a good teacher, then I'm not a good teacher, and then I'm a really good teacher. So, but I know in the long run that things will work out fine. But because we're living in the U.S., she really needs to stand in a crowd and understand everything that's going on, and she still doesn't have that. I mean, if people speak slowly, then yes, but not everybody talks slowly. Just like in China, you speak very quickly. So when I hear like a news broadcast in China, I can barely understand what's going on because they're talking so fast, and your brain only works so is mastering Mandarin. That's going to be a process that'll take a long time. Yes, I agree. Someone said that Reese's English is much better. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's because it's a lot of hard work every day. Even if you do 10 minutes a day, it just, as long as you're consistent, that means step by step by step by step. And then you can't be doing the same things. You have to go to another level, a harder level. You have to keep going over hurdles and more and more difficult things. And then your brain will go, hey, I understand. And that's generally how you work. I remember that from university, when you're studying so hard and you go through the test and you don't even know what happened, and then during the summer you're like, oh, I understand that now. And that's basically how it is. But I'm really glad to see, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, when Reese and I first met, our conversation was with her translator on her iPhone. That was it. I mean, she knew maybe 5 words, and that was it. That's amazing for her to, last, 3 to, your brain isn't a sponge anymore. It's more like a rock, and it doesn't absorb things, new things as well as like children do. So it's just a process and takes longer. And so I guess the big thing will be is to see how well I'm doing. I just need to sit down and do it. And there's no more excuse. I have no more excuses. No more. Okay. Because I'm in this for the long haul. Okay. So it looks like we've been about a half hour or so. Please, I'm going to end the broadcast, but if you have any more questions about what's going on here, please let us know. Ask us anything you need.
About your house aging,
yeah.
your sermon now.
Yeah. So I'm going to be selling houses here in Virginia soon. Soon. What I think is going to happen all over the world actually is because everyone has been just sitting around not doing anything. They're going to go out and spend money, so they're going to buy things. So I think once we all get through this, we're going to just kaboom, and people are going to buy things and cars and houses, and I think there's going to be a coronavirus baby boom too. So we'll see that. So that'll trickle out, for years and years. So
I just think this,
What?
If it's coronavirus, and it's gone, I think maybe this price needed down. It's a house.
What? The price down?
I think so.
So
now it's job, no small job, close more store, close.
No. Okay. So right now, a lot of companies are. Right now, corporate America has more cash than anything else. Okay, I think Apple, just one company. I think years ago they reached $1 trillion in cash on their books. $1 trillion. One company. That's not in stock. That's not in buildings. That's not in income. Or maybe it was $1 trillion market cap or something. But they have, or maybe it was $100 billion in cash or some crazy amount. Maybe it wasn't $1 trillion. It was I think $1 trillion was the market cap maybe, but $1 billion they'll save the country. You know what I mean? So I disagree with Reese saying that everything is going to go down after the coronavirus. Yeah, maybe it's going to dip, but I think it's going to come back really strong and really steady. What we're going to have to be careful about are things getting to inflation, things getting to price too high. So that will be scary. So we don't want to do that. So, but anyway, that's another thing. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your faith, your devotion, and helping us out. Watching our videos. Originally when Reese wanted to do this, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do these videos because I just feel like I don't want, the world looking into my living room or whatever. But you know what? To me, it's like, nobody's living my life. I am. But it was more important. I understand, it's more important to show people life in another country and in another world, on the other side of the world, and that people are really the same all over the world. We're the same. It's the governments and the craziness that makes us different, makes us think different things. So, but for everyone to understand, I hope everyone does. And that way, I think the world will all be able to get along better once we do that. And that's what I'd like to see in my lifetime, is the world, the whole world, getting nicer, smile, you don't need a fist. You need a smile, a handshake. Well, nowadays, no handshake in the coronavirus situation here, but it's an elbow or not even a fist bump, not even this, it's an elbow. But for watching, this was kind of fun doing this live thing, and yeah, it's new, and another new thing, which is great. And I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, this is, I used to, when I first met, I got to say this, when I first met Reese, she would show me pictures or send me, when she went to back to China, before I went back, she sent me WeChat film, like she'd film a video of China, and I would say, wow, wow, that's what China looks like, and oh boy, and that kind of wore off after about a month of living there. But I think people are curious, and this is a great way to show everyone that there's no BS here. We're people, and we're just living our lives wherever that is, and we all want the same things. We all want peace and harmony and good things for our families, and that's what makes us a family, a world family. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day, and have a safe day, and please help someone out today if you can. Someone maybe who needs help. They need help going to the store, or they need food, or they need a hug. You might want to do that anyway, but or a phone call to check on them, because it's really important. So thank you so much. Good night, or good day.